Greetings, my name is Jamal Brown, and for the past 14 years I have read, researched, manifested, and taught the best of Black history. I have taken the things that I have learned in pursuit of my degree in business, computers, and technology, and have blended that with my research to develop a series of Black history lectures that are visually compelling and have the ability to not only captivate those in my generation, Generation X, but also teach even the elders in our community some information that has been lost. Did you know that Africa is the birthplace of humanity, therefore making African people the mothers and fathers of civilization? The world's first doctors, first lawyers, first politicians, first mathematicians, the first to create institutions of higher learning where people came from all over the globe to study our information. When they returned to their home, unfortunately, they claimed our information as their own, thus beginning the colonization of the world's imagination, painting it white. The fact that Africa is the birthplace of humanity has long been proven not only by archaeologists, but geologists, linguists. Even the Bible talks about Africa being the birthplace of humanity. If we take a look here in Genesis chapter 2, verse 13 of the King James Version, it lets us know, and I quote, "And the name of the second river from the Garden of Eden is Gihon. The same is it that encompassed the whole land of Ethiopia." Here are a few facts about Africa that you may or may not have known. First, Africa is a continent, not a country. The United States is one country comprised of 50 states. Africa is one continent with nearly 50 countries inside of it. Africa is a very large place. In fact, Africa is roughly 20% of the Earth's landmass. Naturally, Africa is the wealthiest continent on the planet. It produces most of the world's gold, diamond, platinum, cobalt, zinc, a number of natural resources, and again, making it the wealthiest continent on the planet. Here's something else you may not have known. For centuries, map makers have been incorrectly drawing maps, intentionally, to give prominence to Europe and America. The fact is, you can put not one, not two, but about three land masses of the United States inside the continent of Africa. Now, here's something very few people have known about the ingenuity, the powerful minds of African people, is that African people, Egyptians to be specific, were the first to test flight. Yes, it wasn't the Wright brothers there in North Carolina. It was African people. Here we see a model of what would be perhaps the world's first aeroplane or airplane glider. For many years, people thought mistakenly that this was a bird. It was until a NASA engineer informed the world that without question, the winged structure here was a model airplane drafted by African people in Africa over 3,000 years ago. Today, this model is prominently displayed in a museum. Many of us today travel throughout life with little to no knowledge of who African Americans were at their height. We have little direction and little understanding of our true nature and what we once represented. Today, we go aimlessly throughout the world looking to hold on to, looking to represent all sorts of things that truly have no basis historically in terms of representing who or what we were. Today, our youth are walking around with our pants sagging, hanging down, with no knowledge that we were the first on the planet to introduce fashion, to introduce decency, to create the standards of morality and what it meant to be a real man and real woman. One of the main points and purposes as to why I created these presentations is to help people understand that Black history spans far, far beyond this picture here on the left, a plantation home. Yes, it's true that we constructed this, but The purpose of this presentation is again to represent the best of, to share the knowledge and research I have in a graphically captivating way in an effort to, again, share the best of, remind us of when we were at our height, and help illustrate the fact that it was our hands, the hands of the ancestors of African Americans, that created this photo as well.